Good day, everyone, and welcome to another episode of An Old Lady Fumbles Her Way Through Minecraft Pocket Edition. Today we have a couple of projects in mind, two small and one huge. So, first, here in the industrial area, we're going to put in a small lava farm using dripstone so that we can yet again have another renewable energy source, this time lava. Then, once that's done, we're going to finish walling off the new cattle area and move the cows. Both of those projects are rather minor and will go quickly. Then, the big gun. We are going to bite the bullet and build our iron farm. So, strap in and let's get going. So here's what you need for a simple lava farm. You just need some building blocks. I'm using cobblestone and glass for the outside of the trough. You need some dripstone, you need some cauldrons, you need some empty buckets to catch the stuff, and you need lava. So you grab everything. The first thing you need to do is figure out where you're going to place your little farm, and then put down 3 temporary blocks, well, 2 temporary, 1 permanent, and of course I still can't put down scaffolding to save my life. So up we go. Then across you're putting the stones that are going to be your trench. Since I have 4 buckets of lava and 4 pointed dripstone, I'm going to put 4 cobblestone here and then remove the 2 temporary blocks that we used to build it up. So remove those. Now you need to go up. You can place down temporary blocks on either end and then start building your trench. Now, if you don't want to waste glass, you can use cobblestone like I am here. And then go ahead and build up walls around the outside of your trench. You gotta remember to make sure everything is covered because you don't want your lava leaking out all over your nice industrial area. And do be warned, you do need to use something that is fireproof. So glass will work, stone will work. Please do not use wood unless you are using, say, wood from the nether, because that would be fireproof. The regular wood would just burn. So, finish building up your little cage. Then you can go up. Oh, first let's put in our cauldrons and our dripstone. So, you're going to put 1 pointed dripstone on the underside of each of your trench. Use the smallest dripstone, unless you want to build this higher. And then put a cauldron underneath each dripstone. This will catch the lava as it comes through. It looks good. Let's go up. If I can get up. Go ahead and remove those temporary blocks. The thing to remember with this is for each dripstone, you need a bucket of lava. It won't do if you just put down 1 bucket and let it flow, because it will not go through the dripstone. So I've added my 4 buckets of lava, 1 for each dripstone. Let's head down and take a look. Now I add a chest down here and I fill it with empty buckets. The reason being, you can use these to scoop up your lava from the cauldrons when they fill up. And I also use this chest to store the filled up buckets of lava. So our lava, as you can see, is starting to drip through the dripstone, and pretty soon each one of these will be filled up with lava, and we can scoop them up in our buckets and wait for more to drip down. This is a nice alternative fuel source, especially if you're cooking up large batches of stuff. So on to the next project. Okay, now time to start on our next project. But first, see, we have lava. And the lava up on the trench will never run out, so you have now created an infinite lava source. This is great for renewable energy if you don't want to keep digging coal. Now I'm going to, I don't have that much kelp, so I'm going to turn on my kelp farm. And we can see it's working. And now we're going to go take care of the cows. As you can see, I've dug out this enclosure and put in 2 sets of scaffolding. We're going to build the sandstone around the scaffolding so that it gives us a little tunnel to go up without the cows interfering. So let's do this wall. And then this wall. Making sure to light up as we go so we don't end up with creepers and zombies amongst the cows. Then zip through this wall. And then this wall. And then we can go ahead and do the enclosures outside the scaffolding, leaving a 2 high block so that we can go in and move up, like so. And ta-da! Now we're going to build a little staircase down. This is temporary until we get our cows in here. Then we'll remove the staircase and the cows will be trapped. And thus all the mooing noises will then be gone from behind our shack. In the meantime, let's go get some wheat, because the easiest way to move these cows is to just grab some wheat and let them follow us. And while they're down there, probably breed them up. Okay, cows, I know you see the wheat. Let's open up your cage and let you out. You following me? Good. Let's go. Down the stairs we go. Oh, they are fast when they are hungry. All right, let's start feeding you and breeding you up. Come on, don't you want babies? I'm sure you want babies. I'm sure there are stragglers, so let's go back and see who didn't make it. Ooh, a lot of you guys. Come on. Let's go. Let's take you down the lovely stairs. And while we're here, let's get rid of the top 2 stairs so no one can get out again. Oh, let's take them all out. Yay! Lots of baby cows down there. So, I think we'll breed them up again before we start slaughtering. Oh, let's get rid of this fencing. We can use this for something else. And it's time to go to bed. In the morning, we start on the iron farm. Good luck to us. Okay, a new day has dawned, and it is time to get started on the iron farm. As you can see, I've smoothed out this island and floating in the sky, and I've added a base to start with and scaffolding. Eventually we'll replace that with a bubble elevator. Here's the stuff you need to make this farm. You need a lot of building blocks. You need, well, you can see all that you need. The important things are the lava, the campfire, the building blocks. You need a dispenser, and you need at least 10 working blocks for the villagers. So you start with this 3x3 here. Then you remove the one in the corner, and then go down 2 blocks in this little corner design here. Then you're going to place down your collection system, which is a double chest, and then come around to the side there and put in your hopper leading into the chest, thus and so. And don't forget to crouch. On top of the hopper goes a campfire. After you fill in the grass here that I cut out to jump out, come on, there you go. You can take a glass block and cover one end of the chest there, then one on top of that, and one to the other side of the campfire. That is the kill mechanism for the cats, so that you can get string from this farm. Then we're going to add temporary blocks to the corners, the other 3 corners. And outside of it, we're going to build up a glass wall. This is the beginning of your kill chamber. You can place 1 glass on top of those 2 on top of the chest as well. I'm just doing the corners first, but then you can fill it in. Come on, there you go. Until you have a row of glass all the way around. Make sure there's no gaps that anything can escape through. Then you can remove these temporary blocks. And now you're going to add a second layer of glass so that you're 2 blocks high all the way around. Now I put scaffolding down here so that I can get in and out of this thing easily. And if you're wondering, this is a design by Silent Whisperer. It's a wonderful farm when it's working, and this is the design I love the most. So now on top of those 2 high glass walls, you're going to put a 3rd row this time of your building blocks. 1 on each there, and make sure you can get in and out of that chamber. Try not to fall in the campfire. Now, from each row of building blocks, go out 7 more blocks. The floors are going to be a total of 8 blocks from the kill chamber to the outside. Like so. Then go over, come on, there you go. Then go over to the another side, go out 7 more blocks. I'm doing this slow and careful because that is a drop that will kill me. I don't know why I decided to build this on this island. It's much easier if you build this at ground level. But you do have to make sure you're nowhere near anywhere that the iron golems can spawn. So once you've got your first 2 arms out, go ahead and connect them. Like so. And once you've got them connected, go ahead and fill in with blocks until the whole area is covered. Like so. Okay, I've got the platform built out. Time to put on the border. So put a temporary block in the very corner. Then on either side of the temporary block, put a full building block. Remove the temporary block. Then you're going to put slabs all the way down till you get to the next corner. And then you're going to repeat in each corner. Temporary block, full blocks on either side, and then slabs going down. And in that way, you're going to create the little wall that's going to hold in the water flows. Okay, once you've got all that done, then we need to head down and pick up a few things. To be specific, what you need to do is manufacture your beds. I just brought the stuff up to manufacture my beds rather than manufacture 20 beds and bring them up. But what you need is 20 beds, precisely. This is going to hold 10 villagers and 20 beds for its first stage. So, once we get up on the platform, and I'll fill in that hole later, but when we add the water. So you're going to, on the middle edge there, you're going to put 3 blocks. And then go ahead and put 9 temporary blocks in a 3x3 pattern exactly over the hole into the kill chamber. Now you can remove those bottom 2 blocks. Using your building blocks, or any temporary block really, go ahead and put, get that out of the way. Go ahead and put a rim around the entire 3x3 there, and it's going to be 2 blocks deep. So go ahead and put your first, don't forget the corners. Go ahead and put your first layer, and then put your second layer. What you're basically creating is the platform where your beds are going to go. So once it's done, you're going to start placing your beds. So on one side, you're going to put down 7 beds in a row. Yeah, I need to move over here. Oh, I can place scaffolding, can't I? All right, up we go. So there we go. 2, get some more beds. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then go to the opposite side and lay down 7 more in the same pattern. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now go to one of the 2 open sides. Oh, don't forget to light up. You really do not want anything spawning up here until this has got the water in. And on this open side, lay down 3 beds, like so. And go to the other side and lay down the other 3. That is precisely 20 beds. Now, you'll notice I'm putting scaffolding around the opening for the kill chamber. The reason for this is, once you put the water in, it can be difficult to navigate this platform without falling into the kill chamber. You really don't want to do that once you've got the lava in. So I like to put scaffolding around the outside. It gives me something to grab onto if I accidentally get knocked into the water streams. And we'll add our last 3 beds. And 3. And the bed platform is done. Now you're going to remove all of these blocks, including the 3x3 dirt blocks in the center. This will leave a floating platform of 20 beds. And you can go down into the soon-to-be kill chamber and pick up anything that's fallen in. Come on, jump. There we go. So you've got your beds in place. You've got your scaffolding in place. Now comes more fun. Okay, I've placed this one piece of scaffolding to mark where the villager capsule is going to go. Now, what I'm doing is not necessarily part of Silent's design, but since I am building this thing so high up, I'm going to build a dirt platform out and around this area so that I can comfortably maneuver as I build the villager capsule. So, you might even do this even if you're building this on ground level, because it's easier than bouncing up and down on this thing constantly using scaffolding or ladders or whatever. So I'm going to build myself a nice platform. And once I've got the platform big enough, I'm also going to build an infinite water source, because eventually you're going to be placing a lot of water in this build, and this is so much easier than going up and down to a water source. So, infinite water source in. Time to build the villager capsule. Okay, now your capsule is going to line up with the center of your kill chamber. So, just as I marked with the scaffolding there, place a building block right on the outside. And on top of that building block, put 2 temporary blocks. Once those are in place, you're going to use your glass and build around on all 4 sides on both levels. Like so. And up on the top level. Then that bottom one, you can break it out. You're going to place a dispenser facing inward towards the temporary block. You're eventually going to put a water bucket in that dispenser. Now put a button on the dispenser. Don't forget to crouch when you do so. Then you can go up and remove the interior temporary blocks. Like so. And now on to the next step. Alright, what we're going to do now, because you have to fit 10 villagers into that one hole. So, I'm going to build a containment area that you can load your villagers up in as you transport them. And then once all 10 are in, put a temporary block over there. Once all the villagers are into your containment area, then you can try to push them into that single slot using water or however you want to do it. So the trick here is to build a containment area. It's got a 3x3 floor and at least 2 high walls. So go ahead and place your blocks. Now, you can build the containment area any way you like. This is the design I use, and it works pretty well. As you can see, I'm making the 3x3 floor. And I need some scaffolding here. And then build the walls up so that they're at least 2 high, so the villagers can't get out while you're trying to transport them in. Yeah, I know this is a little tricky and I probably need to extend my platform, but there you go. Finish building your little containment area. You can try to build any kind of containment area you want, and when you're done, remove that one temporary block there so that they can funnel down into the chamber where they need to go. And put a button just above the glass so that if you do use water to push them in, it doesn't flood the area. So now you've got your containment, and comes the moving of the villagers. How you do this is up to you. I'm going to use rails, but everybody has different methods, so good luck with whatever you do. I'm off to build a rail line. Well, I hate moving villagers, so let's do a little bit more work over here. In the kill chamber, place a button on the glass right above the campfire. Then get rid of the scaffolding here. You're going to place a button right there on the second layer of glass in the middle. Then place a sign on that button. Now, eventually you're going to be putting more buttons and some lava in here, but this is all I want to do for now. Remove the scaffolding. And I like to cover this hole with a building block, a temporary block. I use dirt. The reason being, we're about to do the water placement. And if you get the placement wrong, and it's easy to do with the controls on Pocket Edition, then it will flood your kill chamber and put out your campfire, and you don't want that happening. So, place a block in the corner, 2 slabs on top of those blocks, and place a bucket of water on top of that building block. Then you're going to skip that first block next to the slab and place your water on the second one. And then every subsequent block going all the way down to the next corner. Not on the slabs, but on the blocks in front of the slabs. Once you get to the corner, just repeat. Place a block, 2 slabs, and water. Skip the first block, and then go all the way down to the next corner. If you do this correctly, the water will flow towards the center without going over the edge into the kill chamber. If you do it incorrectly, you're going to have to get rid of all the water and start over again. So here we are at the corner. Water's in, block, slab, slab, water. Okay, if you did it right, this is the way the water should look. Should be flowing towards the center but not falling into it. Now I know the scaffolding is blocking it, but this is how it should look. So, now that the water's done, let's take a look at the kill chamber. Get rid of this dirt and finish the inside here. So once all of the villagers are in, we will start getting golems and cats. So, what you need to do now is to place the last of the buttons, and you're going to place them on the center of those stone blocks. Oh, sorry. First you need to put the water in the far corner opposite where the fire is. Then add your buttons on the center block there. Come around. And place the last one on the center on that side. So there should be a button on each center block all the way around. Then place your bucket of lava right on top of the sign. Now the kill chamber will kill the iron golems, and the fire will kill the cats for string. So now I'm going to get rid of this scaffolding. And as you can see, the water comes right up to the edge, but does not go over. So now to get rid of the last piece of scaffolding and make a run for it. So get rid of, come on, and run. Oh, that does not look good. All right, put a bucket of water in the dispenser here, and then run for your life before the lightning gets you. Do the rest in the morning. Bye. Well, I've laid a path, so now it's time to lay some tracks and move some villagers. Well, as you can see, I've created this little railway to get the villagers up, and of course, what happened is that some of them got out, but I'm resourceful, and I think I can get this guy in a minecart. Let's go. Boom. Yep, got him. So, let's head back to the iron farm and see what we can see. What I see is one of the villagers coming back at me. Great. This one, oh, how in the heck did we get a break in the line? Let's fix that. And get on to see if the other guy made it in. This isn't precarious at all. I'm not worried. So, yep, this guy made it in. So now all we have to do is get in there, break his minecart, fix the wall, which I accidentally poked a hole in, get out, and get the next one sent. What I'm doing over here with the cobblestone is I'm placing down a piece of cobblestone each time I get a villager in. That way I can keep track. I need 10 and only 10. So, off to get the next one. Okay, now I've got 5 villagers in, which is good. But here is where, well, everything starts to go off the rails, literally. As you can see by the green particles, they're connecting to the beds, which they need to do, but they're also unconnecting, which is not good. But let's go on and get the next villager. Let's see. Oops! Died. As you can see, what you do finally is you cap off the top of this with blocks. Then you replace all of the glass panes with workstations. There should be, and also the dispenser. After you push the button on the dispenser and add the water in the bottom, there should be 10 workstations for the 10 villagers in here, and then cap the top with slabs. As to how many times I died, it was 3, and I lost half of my gear. So now I'm gonna remove this platform, and we can see that the iron farm is working, finally. As you can see by the chest, our iron farm is working. We have iron, we have poppies, and we have string. which is a good thing. So I am just glad we were finally able to accomplish this. Sorry, kitty cat, but I need the string. So there you have it, our fully functional iron farm. It only took 3 deaths and losing all of my iron gear to get it done, but it is done. Now I just need to clean up all of this track and all of this dirt. In the meantime, by the time this comes out, the new 1.19 update should have hit. So next episode, we are going to look for a mangrove swamp. I want that wood. We're going to look for frogs, because I really want frogs. And we're going to build a villager trading hall, because I don't want to go mining for diamonds anymore. And I want some good armor when I go back down in case we run into the deep dark. So I hope everyone enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.